That's that way. Alrighty. All right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah. Sister Deborah coming with a message this evening uh, that I think that will be very interesting. Um, this message is going to speak on people maybe thinking that things are going to reverse. Um, I believe this is just Sister Deborah saying that people thinking things are going to reverse out of what it appeared to be today. And when I say it appeared to be, the reality is looking us dead in our faces. And in spite of how people are taking or reacting to what is happening in the world today, it doesn't matter. Um, I want to find out from you, do you feel that things are going to reverse in a sense of getting better, or thinking that things going to turn around? Uh, the light is going to shine and there's not going to be any more darkness, or things are going to get better. Do you, let me get this off of here. Do you think that things are going to reverse itself? Hello in the live chat. It's good to see you all. That's what this topic is going to be about. And we're going to bring some verses and chapters up, and I'm going to get your input on it. But first and foremost, I want to start off by saying Quiet Storm wanted to join us this evening. And I told him to maybe, I talked to him and I was like saying to him, well, maybe you need to just join in with me and let this be you and I uh, page. Um, I think it would be useful to bring in a voice of humbleness. And it's an unusual voice, and the way he's going to address situation is going to be totally, it's going to be like Sister Deborah, but it's going to be a more humbled state of mind. You get what I'm saying? And even in that, I've been thinking about it, and I brought it to him because he wanted to join us today. And I told him this topic that we're going to be talking about. He's not going to really have the information that I have before me. And I said, when we would you could maybe come on tomorrow and do the topic for tomorrow. And I said to him, then why don't you just come in with me and just I be on, and then some days you come on. I think that'll balance it out as far as what really people need in this day and time. You see what I'm saying? Sister Deborah is hardcore, and I ain't gonna. Sister Deborah is hardcore, and I was saying something to him even when I was saying something to him today, and I say that which is in the dark shall come to light. And I said it to him 3 times and realized the power that rests in that alone. That means that if it is dark, light is going to show up in which it never showed up before, and the way it's going to show up. And that's how I see myself. I see myself speaking topics and speaking on things that Genesis chapter 1, the ball was dropped and it still remained there. But in this day, that which is in the dark shall come to the light. So what the Father is saying is what I used to question about when I was a teenager. Why you letting them people get away with that? But you, that ain't the way you did it. That ain't the way you said it. created it. Why are you letting people get away with stuff like that? That's my mindset even to today. Why? Because this appointed time we are in right here today, y'all is suffering the light to come straight, walking straight out of darkness. He ain't worrying about darkness getting it. He ain't worrying about darkness wondering, wait a minute. All he wants is truth to pull out of darkness, because darkness has had its way since the beginning of time. When I was saying that to Quiet Storm today, it's like the quickening of the spirit just laid it on me. He said that's the power of how in the end days, that which is in the dark. Oh, Deborah, I'm going to pull some light out. I'm going to pull it out of darkness in a way they have never heard light. So when I think of myself in the way he communicated with me and communicated with me since I was a little girl, I think about, well, why you ain't teach people that? Why you ain't let them pastors and them bishops and them preachers and them priests and all them know what you let me know? Why didn't they preach this? Why didn't they teach it? That which is in the dark, I'm bringing it out through the light. That's what people will say to me, where you come from? I don't know about y'all. I don't know how y'all minister to people. I don't know how y'all teach people, how you go, even around your family, anywhere. I don't know about y'all. Strangers even ask me, well, where you come from? What church you been going to? What's your pastor name? Where are you from? They want to know. You know why? Because Sister Deborah is bringing light out of darkness. So if Sister Deborah bringing light out of darkness, it's like this here. This pencil is inside of here, and I'm bringing it out. Do you think this here want me to bring it out? No. This would be angry. This would not be able to digest or accept what you bringing out. The darkness. The darkness is having a fit that in this end days, some light coming out of this. Wait a minute, we didn't have darkness all these thousands of years, and you mean you're going to bring some light out? And then the Father says, yes. He got to sum it up. It got to be, if he created it by his power and his word at the beginning, oh yeah, he created some light. He is light. Don't you know, to sum this thing up, light got to show up and show out? Oh no, we ain't expecting him. We need the darkness. It's more pleasurable for our flesh. We got to hide in darkness. Our flesh got to hide. But this is what he said. It ain't got nothing to do with you, Deborah. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody. It's got to do with me. Starting this thing, I'm going to end this thing. And for me to end it, I got to do what I did when I started it, Deborah. With all power, all authority. That's why he was saying, and the heathen shall know that I am. And they shall exalt me. They shall magnify me. They shall edify me. And I'm like saying, who cares? Who are they? It makes sense. I'm bringing light out of darkness, and they're going to see this light. You remember where it says every knee going to bow and every tongue going to confess? What was hidden all this time it's going to step out, and every knee is going to bow and confess that, wait a minute, hold up. All these years, y'all. All these years. So I got a question for each and every last one of you all. And that question is, what do you all, and that might be what, I can't put that on him. I can't put that on Quiet Storm. But I got another topic I'm going to talk about, and it's not going to be today. What are people expecting to hear, to grip, to learn, to understand in this day and time? He set this day and time for tribulation, perilous time, lawlessness, judgment, the fire, the furnace. He set it up from the floor to have this type of situation in this end days. So what is it the prophet must teach and preach in this day and time? Do she need to be preaching and teaching the opposite of what he got prepared? Should I go back to the tender, easy, quiet spoken? Oh, he's gonna save everybody. He's gonna lay his hand and deliver. Should I go back to bring forward the trash that been taught to people? Or should I stay right where he's at? And where he's at is no play. He's about what he say, and he'll say what he's about. Why would there be perilous times? Wars and rumors of wars, nation against nations and kingdom against kingdom, pestilence, earthquake in diverse places, tsunamis and fires and all this. And I'm sitting here trying to make it easy for everybody. What should I be speaking? This is what people are looking for. Do y'all know that? These words in which I speak are weight. He said, in a man's bag is all the weight that he has measured therein. I got my bag weighing heavy. And I asked myself, wait a minute, what do people think you're supposed to be talking about today? It seems like Sister Deborah is always talking, fierce and, oh, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. Wait a minute. Hold up. Have people forgot what's going on? Yes, they have. This is their only way of escaping, is to try to go a place that's going to give them the comfort they need temporary until, what he say? Calm, storms down, until the storm rise and never level back down. They're searching for a place of comfort for their outer man, not understanding that the will, even the devil know the will that Yah has set up, not Yah's will to the fullness, but the part he play in the end days. You think he gonna be telling you some good stuff? You think he's gonna have people on these platforms telling you, oh, yes, he is. Because he wants you to think that what Yah has prepared already and is finished, it's not going to be reversed. But the Satan would tell you, oh no, she overdoing it. It's going to be reversed. It ain't that bad. It's going to get better. Y'all just wait and see. Wait till the next election. Wait, we're going to get Democratic in there. Oh no, we're going to get Republicans. Wait till they kill Donald Trump. Wait till the beast come on, y'all. It's going to get better. They ain't gonna do this. They ain't gonna do this. They ain't gonna do this. And in my being, I'm like, are these people off the cuckoo clock? Yes, they are. They're gone. It ain't even no time, no hand, no nothing on the clock right now. Honestly, ain't nothing on the clock. It's blank. That's how gone people are. You see? So I was even asking myself, and I was going in to this King James Bible trying to find words of comfort. And guess what? The Spirit spoke to me. What are you trying to comfort? What are you looking for? What are you looking for? And I found a whole lot of stuff. But he said, but Deborah, what you're looking for is back in that book. But how about trying to look for my prophecies in this day and time? This time, not this time, this day, he said, in this day. You are the only thing you can see a little light on is the fact that he's coming to get a people out and take them to the promised land. So that's all we need to be looking forward to. Do y'all know that? Don't look for the next presidential so you can vote. Don't look for all the Democratic, the Republican. Don't look for all the things that the world looks for to think it's going to get better if we have a black man, a white man. It's going to be better if we have a black man, or it's going to be better if it's a Republican, if it's a Democratic. Not even knowing the end day was to teach you that they all in it together. They always worked hand in hand. No devil is different than another devil, meaning demons, evil. Evil, you cannot divide evil. They chain in together. Too bad the body of Hamashiach can't appear to be like that, locked in together. Why? The Hamashiach is locked in together where? Anybody can tell me? Satan them is locked in here. Evil is going to be evil. They're not going to divide each other. Meaning they're not going to cut out the fact that this ain't no evil than dark days. They're going to work that thing out. What about the body of Hamashiach? Do y'all know that the body of Hamashiach is not locked in like it should in the flesh? But I tell you one thing, they're locked in by the Spirit. Because the flesh didn't put them into the body of Hamashiach. The flesh didn't put them there. The Spirit of Yah did. And that's the only one going to keep them there. And he ain't keeping you in the body of Hamashiach for the flesh purpose. So it ain't got nothing to do with your flesh. You're only in the body of Hamashiach through the Spirit. Oh, Deborah, you're going to get yourself in trouble tonight. You're going to be in trouble tonight, girl, if you don't know it. Even though people look for the body of Hamashiach, we're looking for it because we're looking for individuals who should be trying to be looking for each other to get into a oneness of understanding one another. But the flesh imagination is so horrible. It's like the days of Noah. Every thought and imagination was wicked and evil. So how are we going to be able to find them then, Father? Y'all? You're not. But know this, in the Spirit are they in the body of Hamashiach, locked down. Locked down, and everything else is locked out. You see? And the only reason why people don't grip it is because they don't know the realm of the Spirit. They only know the realm of the flesh. So back to Quiet Storm, he will be from now on, he will be joining you all on some lives, and you'll only see him. Probably tomorrow you might see him and I, but after that, you'll be seeing me some days, and you'll be seeing Quiet Storm some days. And what I'm doing is I'm wanting him to come in so he can be that humble voice. Okay? Because where I'm at, let me tell you, it's up on fire. Just put it like that. Where Joseph is at, which is, I call him Quiet Storm, he is more humbled in it. You see? He is more humbled in it. Okay? So we're going to work on that and see if it can be of help to this page itself. You see, those that are tuning in where some needs to hear certain things, and Quiet Storm can bring it to you in the spirit of humbleness. Because sometimes that's what it takes for some people to receive certain things. It's through the spirit of humbleness, where you can hear someone speaking with not so much fierce and so much boldness, you see. But I believe Quiet Storm might have boldness, but it's going to come a different way. Okay, so he will be joining me tomorrow, and then after that I will be on live, and I will be making videos, and you will see Quiet Storm on my lives or on live or giving messages. So he is coming in, and he's going to join me. He wanted to join today, and I told him not today. I already got the message. I already had uploaded the message, and maybe tomorrow he can join me. Okay, so this topic today is going to cover there's not going to be a reverse. Okay. We should not even want or have a heart to even think or feel that y'all should reverse things, y'all. We shouldn't want y'all to reverse things. You know what? So what? Want it if you want to. Don't mean he gonna do it. Meaning not, and he ain't going to. He's not one to. He's not an Indian giver like the flesh of man. But he's not one to take back what he put out. Okay, like a lot of people, they don't even understand. The gifts were poured out without repent. That means that you didn't do nothing to gain what he poured out in you. It ain't got nothing to do with you and what you feel you entitled. Oh, you so good and you so this, so he poured out gift to you. No, it was what he poured out in you from the heavens, from the beginning. These gifts were poured out and measured to you. You see? So they are without repent, meaning it's without your ugly mouth saying, forgive me or forgive me. I accept you, Most High. You ain't accept him for him to give you nothing. That's a part of the light coming out of darkness. People still ain't gripped yet. They ain't gripped that bad boy yet. And I was thinking about that earlier today. I'm like, well, Father, they don't even know what took place before the foundation of the world. They still don't know. But Deborah, that which is in the dark shall come to light. And you know what, Deborah? Everything that's in the light ain't going to pull up in darkness in this day. Why? It's too late. It's over. Why go that far back to understand what took place before the foundation of the world, to pull it up in this day like it's going to change somebody? It's not. So I understand. I grip. I fully understand exactly what he's saying. So don't get to the point where you think that we are in a season where Yah is going to reverse things to get us to get it or to catch on to it or understand it. Oh, no. Now, he's going to pull some light out of darkness, but that's pretty much it. But the greatest thing that we should be looking for is Yah getting us out of here. Okay? This lady said something was beautiful. She said it. She was saying, when y'all hear of all this stuff that they doing, we should be glad. All this stuff that's going on, we should be glad. And I thought about me. See, that's how I feel. This stuff that's going on, we should. Because that's the only way it's going to measure us getting up out of here is at the door. It's telling us, wait a minute, they can open the door. You at the door? You at the door? They can ready to open the door. Based on what's going on in the world. Out here in this midnight hour, in this darkness. The only way we're going to know is based on what's going on. Like, the other day I was reading and I was saying, wait a minute, hold up, Father. What is this thing in Daniel? What is this thing? Wait a minute, hold up. How is it that they don't know? This is what I was telling the Father. How is it that they don't know that the moment over in the land do something? Let me tell you what they go. Yeah. Ooh, it's deep. It's real deep. When over on the land of Israel and Jerusalem, they're going to do something, y'all. They're going to do something that's going to open up the eyes to many. And guess what it's going to be, y'all? It's going to be the opposite. 100 trillion times the opposite. 100 trillion times. 100 trillion times the opposite of the Most High Yah. They're going to do it on the land of Israel and Judah, Jerusalem. When they do that, then you better pull your pants up, pull your shirt on, lace your boots, and get ready to get up out of here. That's what is happening to give you the assurance. Get your coat on, your hat, lace your boots, and get ready. Yah is coming to get Israel and Judah out of here. The abomination of desolation. Y'all, when the Spirit was telling me, Deborah, it's going to be so horrible. The whole world gonna see it. The whole world gonna know it. They gonna do it over in what is called the Holy Land. They said they represent, and I told y'all they don't represent, they represent the synagogue of Satan, but they gonna do something on that land. And in that land. And the moment those that are in the body, you seated, lace your boots, pull up your pants or whatever you got on. Put your jacket, get ready. And I'm not speaking of the readiness just in the flesh. I'm talking about spiritual get ready. In getting ready in the spirit is get your mind ready as if he's out there waiting for you to come on. Come on now, get ready. Come on now, baby. Come on, we finna go. Like that ready. You know how my mom always said, when you got somebody come to get you, be ready. She should tell us as a young person, and that still stick with me, and she probably don't even know it. Mama used to say that. Don't have somebody waiting for you. Be ready. You know, and I think of that with this, because you know what? I'm going to tell you what he said. He said, what they going to do on that land called Holy Land, he said, what they going to do, what they going to do on that land, it's going to be something you and I wouldn't have never thought they would go that deep down low. You wouldn't have never thought it. That's when you know it's over. That's like saying atomic bomb have dropped onto the a nuke and atomic bomb have dropped on the United States of America. When you see that, know that. Just look at the fact that that's how heavy whatever they're going to do is going to be hardcore, evil, wicked, and from what I'm going to tell you the truth of it, nasty. And I said, well, what could that be? What is it? The Father wouldn't even tell me. He said, you shall see with your own eyes. Because it's something that the whole world is going to see. And they're going to do it proudly. They're going to be magnifying it proudly. And the whole world is going to see it. Right now, you would think the whole world would realize right now that these people can't represent the Most High in killing children and women and people by great number. A lot of you all reject the fact, because I taught it to you about three to five times about the drying up of the Euphrates. And then if you see how Euphrates and the way it runs, and I was telling you somewhere the battle of so many going to be killed. It told you that in Revelation. And it's not, I ain't going to say it's happening today. It's been happening. And I, without a doubt, know it has a lot to do with what Israel is doing in fighting different Iran and Gaza, the Palestinians, all this stuff, because he says a lot of bodies was going to be lost. And it was like bodies going to be lost that people going to overlook, like, so what? And that's what you see Israel doing. All of it is a plan. And I want to say something to y'all that y'all do not understand, nor will you ever understand, or do you know? They are in full understanding that what they doing need be. It need be. It follows the protocol of darkness and evil that need be. You see, they are in full understanding that the United States is the land that's going to be destroyed by the mighty right hand of the Father. They are in full understanding. They don't it don't even bother them bringing this country down like they are. And the problem with it with me is, I'm like saying, but Father, They doing it from the inside. They doing it from the inside, and the people they can't see it. They don't see it, Father. They don't understand it. They don't see it. I'm sitting here looking at this thing for 2-3 years. I'm like, they still don't see it. So it has gotten so numb to me. I'm saying, go, Father, let them do it. It ain't gonna reverse. Go. Come on, bring this thing down. Didn't y'all hear me talk about snatching them homes from everybody, pulling the rug from them? Go. Come on now, get with it, y'all. You know why? In Yah, it's already done. Guess what? In the darkness, guess what? They working on it to see it through. They're gonna see it through. They're gonna see what through? That the prophecy is fulfilled. They're gonna have to take everything. And the only thing about it, I wouldn't have never thought I would be living to actually eyeball see it. But I mean, I'm looking dead at it. Looking dead at it. And the words of people just like I keep saying, if Noah could come and minister to me about this. Because that's the only thing I can match it with is the days of Noah. People are totally in full at knowing what's going on. Totally. Why would you say that, Deborah? Because not one took heed to what Noah was saying. Not one. Not one. So what happens? That is off the chain. And there ain't nothing you can do but feel that thing and endure it and long suffer it. When I hear it say that the Most High is long suffering and endurance, I'll be like, woo-wee, to be a creator, you some sort of creator to put up with this boo of crap. But he does. And that's what he wants us to instill in us. People are they totally already know. And they're going to use everything they can to bring this place from the inside. And I've taught that so many times, y'all. I can go back to videos when I was telling you, Babylon coming down from the inside. It's already down with the first down. But it's coming down from the inside. Now, what they do after it come down, yeah, they might drop something later, but I don't know what is coming from the heavens to take it off the map. The land, as they see it from space and everywhere, it got to come off the map. My ex-husband say, but you've been saying that. 30-some years you've been saying that. I said, I told you. And it's amazing how the things I'm saying now, guess what? It ain't waiting 30 years, 20, 10, 15. It's happening right before my eyes. I was telling Quiet Storm, the fathers told me to seek and behold the decrease instead of the increase. Don't look for more likes and subscribers. Don't look for the page to boom. Don't look for increase. Look for decrease. Because this is where the mindsets are with him. See, he knows that to the fullness. So that's what he wants me to understand. So I say, okay, Joseph, he's saying it to me, but you come in and you be a speaker of the message in a humble way. But I say, don't look for increase, Joseph. Look for decrease. And it makes you feel good because it makes you feel, hey, this between me and the Most High Yah. In between me and the Most High Yah. You see? Because ain't nobody who will come and tell you something like that. Only the Ruach in me. Only the Ruach in me. What is he going to do? When he get his out, he taking the what? The decrease. He ain't taking the increase. That remnant is the decrease. It's not the increase. See, he knows what he's saying. He knows he's telling his servant to don't even look in this day and time because it's over. Not the time, but in this day, because it's a decrease. It's almost like when he says in the end days how everybody going to be returning to their home. You got to understand what that home is. Is it their homeland in which they were born? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think their home is where where they were born on to come to the earth. Their home base, their eternal home base, but they're going to return to it on the earth. Meaning, if you got a people where it has, say they got 5,000 members in the church and they've been existing for about 25 years, a lot of the people in the church is going to return to no church. You see, they're not going to be in the church at all. They're going to have their own little church within themselves. They're going to get away from that church because they're going back to who they are. I think home is home base of really who you were when you came down here. It ain't no more faking it, thinking you're going to making it, living a hypocrite life and thinking, okay, I'm going to live this way and I'm going to do it this way. No, I think people are going to just give up on any and everything and go back to home base. And that is who they are, coming down onto the earth. You see? So it's still, it's going to make people go from one area to the area that's most comfortable for them. You see? And this thing ain't never been for being comfortable. I know the Ruach is a comforter, but what people are coming to, hey, it's so much is going on. You have a lot of European people. They don't know which way to go. They're bumping their heads and their family. And you know what else I'm going to tell y'all? A lot of people don't understand about that which is in the dark shall come to the light. Now you starting to hear all these cases of all this killing that they are doing. They've been doing it. But God is bringing the light out of all that darkness, letting it be fully revealed. And you ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. Now they're not going to be able to control it or how would I say it, or hide it or seal it. Oh, they still sealing a lot of them, y'all, big time. Black man pulled over by a policeman. He's on the news. He got a mug shot. You see him handcuffed, all because he was drinking a beer in the car. Okay? Here this white guy then killed his mama, his daddy, his sister, his brother, his wife, his kids. You don't even see his picture online. On. You know it didn't happen, but they won't show his picture. They won't tell you who they are. And next thing they do, it's so many being wiped away where it's not shown. Why? Because they don't want you to get the fact. They think they in control, but y'all said that which is in the dark is going to come to light. You're going to start seeing where the real crime resides. You're going to start seeing the real mindsets in this country. You're going to start seeing the real hearts of people in this country. And you bet looks like it's coming from their own nation. Just as it says, nation against its own nation. And then nation against nation. So it seems as if they're doing it to their own people. Now, they've been doing it to us so long to where they're doing too much in their own, so it's overriding the things that they're doing to us as far as what they've been doing, because it's too much of it. It's leading them to no other choice but to put it forth on the news and bring that stuff to the surface, because they thinking it's in their power. No, it ain't. He said he's going to bring some light in this darkness. So when I think about even me, just being a speaker, a servant, I think of it. Why is it they don't know? Why is it that you didn't let them know and you don't let them see? You know why, Deborah? You're only the one that's going to speak the light in the midst of the darkness to fulfill bringing light out of darkness, but it ain't coming to change nothing. That's deep for me. It's just coming for you to endure. If he can endure it and he can long suffer it, you just the servants to bring the light in which I give you out of the darkness, just so I can sum this thing up. Ain't nowhere in the world this world gonna get victory without light shining up itself on it. So y'all stand y'all tails around and think that darkness got the upper hand. It don't. He bringing the darkness out of it every day, but people don't want to see it. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to understand it. They don't want to call it what it is. But Sister Deborah ain't afraid. It's called light coming out of darkness in the end days. How about that? So let's get to this topic. The topic of this message is, there is not going to be a reverse. Okay? It ain't going to be no reverse. Either you get in the right lane or go somewhere and sit down somewhere. Because he ain't going to reverse it so you can get to where you need to go. No, he ain't. Let's start with 1 Peter. He's not about to reverse anything. And in these verses, in this chapter, I want to hear from you and see, do you think that this is going to be reversed? Sister Deborah told it already, didn't she? 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 9. In 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 9, it says, Yah is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering. You see that, y'all? Why would the Creator be long suffering? Can anybody ask that? Can anybody answer that? Why would the Creator be long suffering? But is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but there go that but, that all should come to repentance. What is being said? Wait a minute, am I in the right place? I'm not. But I like to stand there for 1 minute. 2 Peter, this in here is 2 Peter. I'm in the wrong page, but I like to stay there for 1 minute. 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 9. Yah is not slack concerning his promise. So why would he have a promise just to go up against his own promise? So do you really think that he's going to reverse that which he promised? And it says, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. Should. He know they would not, but he said they should. You see that? His promise is not to promise something, then reverse it. That's not who he is. That's not who he was. That's not who he's going to be. Do you all know from 4 years old to now? Oh, I get older. I get older on Wednesday. Oh, I get to be another older hen. I'm an old hen come Wednesday. Okay, let me go back to this. Slack, but is long suffering. Why would a creator long suffer? Anybody have it? He's long suffering because he has a will. Okay. All right. On behalf of us, he's long suffering. Okay. You know, when you say he has a will, and that's something like he has to stick to, right? You know what I'm saying? So he has to long suffer the fact that I got to stick to my will. That's showing you that it's not going to be reversed. Do y'all know that the majority people on this earth think things are going to get better? And I'm not talking about the better to up out of here or to the kingdom. They ain't talking about the better living in the kingdom. No. Just imagine all your ancestors all the way back had it good, and y'all been living it up and had it and lived good, lived a long life, lived a rich life. Not see, rich people look at the word rich and they don't understand. The rich don't mean like they got so much money to where they are rich, but it's just people who have had and got. They so content. They don't care if nothing reverse or if it don't reverse. They feel content exactly where they at. You see? So if people think that Yah's promise is going to switch and reverse to something different, it's not. It's like I say, since I've been from what he's been speaking to me, I've been understanding it well, and everything seemed to keep moving forward. It don't seem like to me he's moving backwards or he's switching. To me, I don't know about to you all. It feels like he's moving in a different, but he's moving forward. You see, even though he's going to allow us to remember the things that was backwards, but his move is forward. And don't think that the forward mean good. Only time it's going to get to that level is when he take you out here. Okay? Outside of that, ain't no good going to rest on this land at all. But that's what the majority of the people believe. And I mean, all the nations, they really believe if we just do something different, it's going to get better. Or do what they tell us and do it the way they say, get the mark of the beast, and it's going to get better. That's why. Why do you think so many people going to take the mark? I mean, like they did with the what's that? The COVID, the virus. Did y'all find out? Have y'all been watching what they said about it? They said it wasn't no COVID. It was the virus all the time. Bam! Y'all didn't know that, did you? Y'all didn't hear. Y'all ain't been hearing it, have you? Yes. Find out that's what it was. I told you it was biochemical. It was what they had in that needle. People sold out then. They sold out then. And this, people did not know, is a part of the mark of the beast. It's, to me, because they're going to use that in a way, as they're doing now. A lot of people don't know it. Those things are growing in their bodies, causing heart attacks, strokes, organs clogged, all kind of things, and they have no idea them things are growing in their body. And then one would go to get them checked out. People don't want to because they're afraid. You see, you've been marked. You see, and have no idea. But what people are talking about is the digital ID and the mark of the beast and all of this stuff. People are not looking for Yah. They're looking for the things that man says that they're going to offer them. They're looking forward to getting anything the world is going to want to offer them to get them that peace that they think that's going to cause them to keep hoping it's going to get better and better. All this stuff that they're doing, y'all, even them meeting with the military over in that other location, meeting with all the generals or whoever they were, guess what that's all about? Those ignorant men have no idea. They're going to destroy them. That's how ignorant they are. They was calling the generals and all of them together. Was that today or yesterday? It was today, I think, and talking to them, speaking to them all over the United States, snakes of America. It was all about trying to tell them a lie. The whole idea, every last one of them going to be destroyed. The police system, all of that, the CIA, even they ignorant tears have no idea what they're doing. Because the heads that have been ruling it, They got bigger and better plans. This country have no idea. Even China is participating in it. They got a crew that's going to be the martial law that is not even in the military today. Did y'all know that? They're not a part of the United States military. Army, Air Force, Marine, they are not a part of it. Y'all didn't know that, did you? The system that they have trained them over in other countries for that martial law, that one world system. You think they're going to take them out of their military? Oh, let's get the CIA. Let's take the FBI. Let's get them out of our police department. No way. These people been trained along with their robots. They've been trained to come in and take over this country like it ain't nothing. So you think it's going to be reversed? You think what y'all said is going to be reversed? No, he's not going to let nothing be reversed. I was listening to me tell you all the other day in Revelation when he was telling the seventh angel, the seventh one, the mystery is finished. If they going to get something, they're going to get it from my servant, the prophet. That means that the only way you're going to get the truth is from his servant that's going to bring that light out of that darkness to just reveal it to you. It's not going to change you. It's not going to make you walk upright or do right. It's just going to show you what light look like. And you can get your tail somewhere and sit down after that. It don't matter. He ain't coming to bring a new Messiah. For what? He ain't changing nothing. He's still the same. So let's go to 1 Peter. That's the chapter I was supposed to have been going in. 1 Peter chapter 3. Wait a minute. I'm in the wrong place again. 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 9. Here we go. Not rendering evil for evil or railing for railing. Contrariwise, blessing, knowing that ye are therefore called, that ye shall inherit a blessing. Now that don't seem like the one I put down. So I must have missed the wrong verse. And I don't think I can go back. Nope. I must have put the wrong verse down. That wasn't a part of, and I put that one as the first one. Why did I not put the right verse down? I have no idea. So the second one was Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 18. Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 18. I'm disappointed in that because I put that as the first. Oh, my paper's over. I put that down as the first, and it ended up being the wrong. Well, Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 18. The topic is about, do you think that Yah is in the place of reversing the things he's already have prophesied? Do you think that those things are going to be reversed? Now, you might say, no, they're not. But guess what? If you could only understand that the world believes that to be a lie. They think everything will be reversed and it's going to get better. Mm-hmm. They think the house market is going to get better. Now watch this here. The house marketing is going to get better. Okay. Prices of food and utilities is going to go down. Okay. They think America is going to be restored thanks to Donald Trump. Let's make America great again. They're thinking, see, while y'all thinking one way, these people are actually thinking and living with the hope and the trust that things are going to get better. They really are. So just imagine if you had a trillion, no, let's say, that's sad, Father, y'all, that's sad. If you had 1 trillion in numbers, people, the whole trillion, most likely, outside of probably 100, really believe things about to get better. You got people in groups who say that they are awakened. They think it's going to get better. Guess why? Because they think if it get better, it's going to get better for them. They really believe it's going to get better. All these Christian churches, all these Islam, Muslims, Buddha, you see, all of them thinking it's going to get better. Do y'all understand the mindsets of people who's like that? They are against the Creator himself. Why do you think no one wants to get right? Why do you think people don't want to repent and turn to the face of Yah? Why? It's because they really believe things are going to reverse and get better. And in they reversing and things are going to get better. When we tell y'all the number one thing, do y'all know what? The number one thing that makes them have that hope and that trust. It's not in a Yah, not in a God, but in a man. They trust in a man to reverse all this chaos in this country. Can that real Donald Trump have said, honestly, out of all the politics, let me tell you something. Donald Trump is the dumbest. He always been really dumb, slow. And just because you see him conducting himself like he got power, don't forget, the beast gave him his power. That don't mean he got the power to that type of power is the wicked power to control man. It ain't the type of power to rule this world like Yah. It's the type of power to control the minds of men. That's the only type of power. That's how Donald Trump ruled where he's at and what he's doing. Many of you all have no idea. Let me go and tell you what the Spirit told me today. That whole idea of him going, getting those generals and those other military men, high rank, all into a oneness and talk to them. He's talking to them. He's instilling this fear in them. But not now one of them understood what he was saying to them. He was actually letting them know it's over for y'all. So if you don't like it, that's on you. That's all he's saying to them. They are too ignorant. Where the ignorance coming from? They loaded with darkness. That's where their ignorance is coming from. They have no idea that this is a trap. That's why they wanted them in there. They didn't want you because they thought you was worth something and they wanted to use you. They telling you, let me just go and tell y'all, because I don't give a rat's behind if none of y'all understand it. They actually telling them, you know what? We're going to let y'all know because y'all the head of the military and the war, and y'all running all these guys in the military, Marine, and Air Force. Y'all running them, but let me tell you, look, y'all gonna be destroyed. So we can get the heads of the military, of all these people who's fighting for us. If we can get the head, we already got destroyed the military, the Marines, the Air Force, all of them. They didn't destroy them. You notice they took the heads. See, that's what people don't understand. People! That was a sign. We're going to destroy the head first. And after we destroy the head, we know we already destroyed the whole military in the United States of America. They just did it. All they had to do is get all the heads in one room. Get all the heads. Not one of those heads worth a dime to them. They know that this country is down. They know that this is their chance to do away with this country. But now they're coming from the end of war. That's why they want to make it and say it's a war. It's time to fight. You know, he telling them that time to fight each other. Because it ain't like somebody else on the other countries in a continent or countries that's going to fight them. He's telling them it's time to fight. And what he's saying is, when we call you to fight, fight. We don't care if it's blacks. We don't care if it's Hispanics. We don't care if it's Chinese. We need you into control because we need you to fight nation to nation and kingdom against kingdom. That's why it was the head, the generals and all of them of the military, because they need to control them to destroy the whole United States of America military force. They got to get the heads first. And they did a successful job. They did see what those guys should have did is walked out all at the same time. But Donald Trump then was singing such a beautiful song to them because they thinking, okay, it's time for us to fight. They should have known by now, if Donald Trump is letting Israel do what they doing over to the Palestinians, what kind of fight that he's trying to tell you that y'all about to get into. See how dumb these people are? Stupid. Now all the time, I can hear them, y'all. They getting on their flights, going over. They talking to each other. What is this all about? Why are they gathering on us? What is going on? This stupid, ignorant, sick country can't even figure it out. They're destroying you from the inside. The fight they telling them that they're about to go into in war is against their own country. You won't see nothing listed telling you that Babylon is going to be fighting nobody but themselves. You didn't know that either, did you? Go on, finish reading. So the fight ain't for out of Babylon. They gathered all the leaders. Let me go on, just kind of go over here for a minute here. Let me show you where it's at. It's sitting here where it's always been. Matthew 24. And let me see, here it is. Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. Wait a minute, hold up. What you mean? You know, we ain't got nothing to be troubled about wars and rumors of wars? You mean we ain't got nothing to be troubled about? Watch what he says. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So he letting you know the wars and rumors of wars is always been a trap for the people to be deceived. It always was about something that it should have been about. Wars and rumors of wars. Don't get caught up in that, child. This is what he said, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Come on with me, y'all. They asked all the military, from Marines to Air Force to all of them to come together. Kingdom against kingdom. Marines against Air Force against Marine. And every last one of the military, whatever they call them, they getting them to go up against each other, y'all. That's what it's about. It's time to fight your country. They're going to use them to fight everybody here. Whenever we, as a people, whenever the people here in this country get out of control, they're going to use them. And they're going to use their men in the military to go up against their own country. That's how ignorant those people are, sitting listening to this chaos. What they should have done, all of them, when that man started working, when that man started speaking, soon as Donald Trump came on, they all should have walked out. But guess what? They're going to be the one that destroy this country. Kingdom against kingdom, Marine against the cell. What is this? Sailors, Air Force, Marines, whatever, all of them. Army. That's what I forgot. The Army. Those are kingdoms, y'all. It's sitting here looking you dead in your eyes, and you can't even see what they're doing. You see? Y'all said, well, let me hold up, Deborah. Don't give them all of it. Now I'm gonna pull a light out of this darkness. They still in the dark thinking it's light time, but they ain't even seen the light. And I'm sitting here looking at all of them, listening to Donald Trump. I said, you stupid fools. He's setting you up, and they're teaching them, the heads. They pull the heads, only the heads. They're teaching them mind control. Mind control. And these men, they're all for it because they thinking they're prolonging the health care, how would I say it? The support for their families, and they also honoring their country. Oh, Father, I see what you going with this one, Father. Yeah, you taking this somewhere. Oh, Father, we in trouble. You taking this somewhere. That's what the kingdom against kingdom is, you guys. Nation against nation mean people against people, even if it's against their own people. That's why I was telling you, Judah ain't got no problem. They've been taking out their people since the beginning of time. So this the norm for them. Europeans, they've been taking out each other too. It's just ain't never been posted. It ain't never been out in the open. But y'all said, Deborah, I'm bringing light out of darkness in the end days. Let me give them a little something. You see? And the people are more ignorant than they were when nothing was going on. They sitting here thinking that, okay, America is going to be great again. They can't see all the things that they done done to them since Donald Trump being in there. And they can't even see it. It ain't meant for them to see it. Just like the dark that many people walk in. It ain't meant for you to see the dark. That's why you're still stuck in it. And you're wondering, well, I don't see no light. You ain't got no business seeing no light. He ain't give the ability to you to see light. So stay your tail right in the darkness where you belong since you came to the earth. Okay. So in Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 18. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 18. It says, you know what? Let's go on up to, let's go to 15. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 15. It says, that which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. Okay. Look at crooked cannot be made straight. This was Solomon saying that everything under the sun. Okay. He ain't talking about what's in the kingdom. He talking about everything under the sun, meaning human beings, us as humans that's under the sun. Listen to what it says in verse 15. And a lot of people wouldn't even think to look into their own study guide. And you can just about see if it's really dealing with something Yah said, because you'll see either they're going to have a star by it, and it ain't them, it's the spirit allowing a star to rest by it, or a word to be slanted. And it says that which is. If your book is slanted, it has the word slanted. That's where you see what Yah is saying. He's showing you, and that's a mystery. I think I've spoke that many times. He's saying that which is crooked, Deborah, cannot be made straight. I'm not going to reverse it. It's crooked. That which is, when was it is? Before the foundation of the world. That which was, that which is. That means, no, is comes after was, but is come from was. You have to have been sent from what was to make you is crooked. So when you're running around thinking that things are going to reverse and the crooked going to straighten up, or those that are straightened up going to become crooked. Now, the ones that's already straight, you can't even be made crooked. He going to hold you blameless. Ain't nothing in you crooked in his eyes, in his will. Because beyond your flesh is where your spirit. It ain't nothing in the eyes of Yah crooked about your spirit. But those that are made crooked, he's not going to reverse it. And it's no need in we as human beings trying to say the things, do the things, preach the things, minister the things that's going to straighten up somebody. Oh, no, you can't. They was crooked. They is crooked. And it cannot be made straight. And it says it. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. What do the word wanting means? I guess you got to look it up in Hebrew. What do the word wanting? And if you already know, and it might be a different definition in Hebrew. Anybody wanting. Some of this stuff will blow your mind what it means. Anybody got it? Let me see. Yep, the beast, the blueprint fact. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Wanting. Okay, let's see what it means in Hebrew. To lack, to fail, lessen, cause to fail, have, lack, make, lower. Okay, let's get the definition. Become empty, decrease, empty, lack. Okay, so let's put that there. Verse 15. And that which is lacking cannot be numbered. Wonderful. Cannot be. That which is empty cannot be numbered. That which is, I'm just using all the meanings. Decrease, need, cannot be numbered. So that's saying that everything in that category that means wanting cannot be numbered. I mean, it's so many. It's so much. It's so many. But it's nothing you can do about it. You can't do nothing. You can't make it any different. Everything is what it is. And this is what Solomon is saying, that's under the sun, because what's under the sun is what's above the sun has ordered under the sun. The Most High Yah has ordered that which is under the sun, and he's not about to reverse it even to this day. Okay? It says in verse 16, I commune with my own heart, saying, Lo, I am come to a great estate and have gotten more wisdom than they that have been before me in Jerusalem. Yea, my heart had great experience of wisdom and knowledge. What is Solomon's ability to have the wisdom that he has? Is that a wisdom and knowledge under the sun, or is that a wisdom and knowledge of Yah? What would you say? Verse 16 is Solomon speaking. I commune with my own heart, saying, Lo, I have come to a great estate and have gotten more wisdom than all they that has been before me in Jerusalem. Yea, my heart has great experience of wisdom and knowledge. What is Solomon saying? Anybody? I probably pronounced it wrong. Wanting, lacking. Okay, that's what it meant. Lacking. He said it's just going to be, when he said, listen to this though. He said that, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. So it's going to be a lot of people that's lacking. It can't even be numbered. That's a lot. Okay. So in verse 16, what is Solomon bragging about? What is Solomon talking about? This wisdom and this great experience of wisdom and knowledge. What is Solomon saying? Do anybody know? What is Solomon saying here? And why is Solomon wanting you to know he got great? I am come to great estate and have gotten more wisdom than all they that have been before me in Jerusalem. Yea, my heart has great experience of wisdom and knowledge. What is he talking about? Okay, so you said the knowledge of the world, the knowledge, and that's right, and wisdom under the sun. That's it, the knowledge and wisdom under the sun. You see? And he didn't get it because he got it. Oh, Deborah, what did you just say? He didn't get it because he got it. It was given unto him by the Most High Yah to know of wisdom and knowledge under the sun. You see? So it ain't because he went to get a degree or he went somewhere and he learned it. You see? That's just what I be trying to explain to people. That's why we need to at all times keep the highest level of respect for the Creator himself. Because ain't nobody on this earth got what they got without him giving it to them. And it's not, watch this, y'all, it's for whatever reason, whether it's good or whether it's bad, that he has given it unto them. Look at Satan. Satan not only had part of the wind was given to him, he gave him a little something in his power. You see? Who y'all to tell my Creator what to do with what he's in his right hand? He rules, y'all, in case you didn't know that. I know a lot of y'all don't know nothing about that, but yeah, he rules. Somebody need to tell y'all that. He should always be exalted. He should always be magnified and glorified. Because when you know who he is, you know who he ain't. You see? Because when you come to know that right hand, you'll sit your tail down somewhere. When I found out about the right hand and the stretched out arm, I got somewhere and sit down. I got somewhere to sit down. But I said this, boy, let me get in any situation. I know what to call now. I call out that right hand. And I call out that stretched out arm. Any situation I get in where I know that I know. Wait a minute. See, and you all would think that Sister Deborah is teaching y'all these things and giving y'all this information. It's just for you to know something. Sit down. Stop clowning. Everybody know he's all power. But when you know where the power resides, you can speak it. And it'll come stretched out for you. That's why he don't work on nobody's behalf. Because nobody don't want to know him like that. They want to know him like they want to know him. They don't want to know him for who he is, who he was, and who he's going to be. I look outside, I don't see man. I see his glory. I see his power. When I see everything I see, even to the hat I got on. So you just imagine with Solomon. He's bragging on the wisdom, but if you really keep reading the Ecclesiastic, he'll tell you it's something y'all gave him. The wisdom and the knowledge to know everything under the sun. You can't get that in no college, no scholar, or no. You can't go to nowhere and get no degree on that. These ignorant people right here today think they know it all, and they know it backwards. They don't know it all. They don't know nothing. They so far backwards that they don't even know what forward or front look like. They just that backwards. And like many people, even you all listening to Sister Deborah, if you ever think in that end days, that which is in the light shall come to dark. That which is in the dark shall come to light. Don't bother with, if you don't trust him, you don't believe him, you don't know who he is, what he is, and all that, sit down somewhere. Go and join the atheists, and join the Romans, the Catholics. Go somewhere and sit down. All that power he got, and we sitting out stupid tails down here thinking we all that ain't something. And we know so much, and we got all the power and the authority. We just cancel him out in everything. Just so we can look high, so he can look low. He's not going to reverse anything. Solomon said that which is crooked cannot be made straight. And I will say to you all, that which is straight cannot be made crooked. You are made blameless in the eyes of Yah. How about that? And the one that's crooked, you are already written where your crooked butt need to go for eternal. How about that? Okay. So here in Ecclesiastics, Solomon was talking about this wisdom, and Solomon got this wisdom from Yah. Okay. So it's a different kind of wisdom. See, Yah got wisdom and knowledge and understanding. He is understanding. He got wisdom. He got knowledge. But what he gave Solomon was that which is under the sun. So that's where you know that it's the wisdom and knowledge of the world, of the things under the sun. And then he said in 17, and I gave my heart to know wisdom and knowledge. To know wisdom and to know the madness and folly. I perceive that this also is vats of spirit. You see that? He knows that the wisdom that's on this earth and all this trash to know that's on this earth is vast of spirits. So what's the deal with him? He has been given the ability to know all the wisdom under the sun. And he's telling y'all it's full of crap. That's why the Jesuits picked it up. They use exactly what Solomon was saying and took it and manifested into education, science, all these things that they built up, the Jesuits. Education, schools, college, university, all of them, they did that. But what do Solomon tell you? It's all what? Vexation of spirits. So don't go around thinking because your kid's going to college. A lot of y'all so ignorant in this day and time because it's that pitch dark out here. Oh, my son went to the military. My son signed up for the army. And you see the sickness? But it's like the days of Noah. Every imagination and mind and thoughts of the people was wicked and evil. And then it sure come along and say it's going to be like Noah. But see, what I don't care for is they took that part out. Every imagination and thought in their mind was wicked and evil. When he said it's going to be like the days of Noah, you have to add that too. But people today, they ain't add nothing. They just think everything going to be reversed. Okay, let's get to 18. 18 said, Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 18, for in much wisdom, watch this here, y'all. In much wisdom is much grief. You see? And he that increased in knowledge, increased in sorrow. So you see what the Jesuits did? They got people spending all their money sending their kids to college, medical school, Catholic school, period. What about what Solomon said? Wisdom and knowledge under the sun, Deborah. Tell them again because they don't hear it. It ain't meant for them to hear it. That's just it, Solomon. It ain't meant for them to hear it. But I'm going to read it anyway. When you get to Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 18, it says, for in much wisdom is much grief. And he that increase knowledge, increase in sorrow. I'm going to tell y'all that is 100 trillion times truth. Because there are people so smart they dumb. They so smart they dumb. 99.9 of intelligent people are dumb, the dumbest people on the earth. So you see why we in trouble down here on the earth, especially in this United States. They really believe. They're intelligent. They IQ. They GPA. Sit y'all tails down. Y'all the dumbest thing that ever hit the face of the earth. And y'all knew it. Solomon spoke it. So if Solomon saying this vouch for the Jesuits, which is this, how they started education, colleges, science, and everything to tell you what's on the earth is to be like they say it is. You see what I'm saying? They started that. And it was a form to take everything you labor for right from underneath you. And it was a form of teaching you what they wanted you to know. I remember going into the emergency. Oh, this was years, not too many years ago, but some years ago. And it's this one lady that was there, and she couldn't, to me, she don't look like she no more than 50, but and she was a European, and she came in there, and I was like, well, you doing everything by yourself? She said, I've been in this field for a long time. And you know what that lady told me? She said, don't ever think that you need to see a doctor. She said, whenever you see that degree, look what it says, practicing medicine. All they doing is practicing on you all. That's what she said. And she was just as sweet as she handled me like a little baby. I like that too. And that's why I say be careful when you have to, even when you stop by a policeman or anything, you need to be served. If you got to go to a store and you got to purchase something, don't go into places acting a fool, people. Judith is known for acting a fool. Jacob told him before he died, your neck, your hand is going to be in your enemy neck. But why didn't Jacob tell? Judith, even in your brother's neck? Because Judith take off their brothers more than anybody, their own brother. Because Judith always have the wrong mindset in the way they go about things. And I've told people that over and over. I hadn't had enough babies to know. I said, and that's not just when I had babies. When I had to go to the hospital, y'all, not just to the hospital. When the police pulled me over, if he pulled me over, and I look at him, I said, wait a minute, what did I do? Okay, when it's good you pull me over, because had not you pulled me over, I would have pulled you over anyway. That just locked them. That just knocked them out when they hear you say that. It's humor. You see what I'm saying? Take all this other stuff off. I can't tell you when I got a ticket. I can't tell you, that they stopped me for nothing. And I can't even tell you that. Because also it's what you put out is what you receive. You put out that type of attitude because they're pulling you over. What? They can pull you over and say anything. All you have to do is swing some humor, and everything will be all right on his end and on yours. That's just how easy it is. So that's even how it is in the hospital. And this nurse was telling me, she said she acts as the doctor in the hospitals. She's been doing it for too many years in the emergency. The doctors don't even have to come in. And I mean, she did everything. She told me, she signed off for my x-rays, everything. She did it. And she told me about everything I need to do and what I should not do. And then she said, don't trust the doctors. That's what she said. She said it just like that. She said they don't do nothing. They practice in medicine and they practicing on you. I mean, she broke that thing down. And I always remember that too. But in Ecclesiastes 18, he says, for in much wisdom is much grief. Anybody? What is that talking about? What is it saying when it says in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increase in knowledge, increase in sorrow? So you see all these books, y'all tales running around here, reading, talking about the lost books, the found books, the Enoch. And when y'all finish, the same demon that wrote the King James and the King James 16 and then smeared it up and smeared it out, it's the same one that wrote every other book that you are reading. And you think you awaken. You know what? Let me tell y'all one thing here and now. If you have not awakened and found the Ruach in you, when you awaken, get your tail somewhere and sit down. Stop clowning. That's your only awakened moment. That's the only awakening you're going to receive. It's the Ruach within you. And if he don't wake you, you can't be woke. They don't get it. They don't get it. Running around and talking about you awaken. Where are you awakened at? And what are you awakened to? Only thing you can awaken to is waking up to the fact that the Ruach HaKodesh now lives in you. That's your awakening. Somebody want to know if you're awakened, that's your awakening. It's when the Ruach HaKodesh lives in you. And when he lives in you, he wakes you up. See, it's time to study. I'm going to teach you all things. I'm going to reveal things to you. And guess what? I'm going to comfort you. I'm going to show you things to come. I'm going to reveal things to you. Stupid people, that's the awakening. How can you awaken to stupidity and not awaken to that fact that the Ruach HaKodesh is the awakening? And if you don't have that awakening, you's a fool. You're going to live a fool and you're going to die a fool. Talking about some don't awaken. That's why you're lost without a cause and with the cause. Talking about something, I'm awakened. Awakened to what? And you know what? Only one on these devil platforms can tell you that is me. I've been on this devil platform telling these people and showing them through just speaking it through the power of that Ruach itself. How many times the ball been dropping? Why today like it is? And what tomorrow's going to be? Through the one that awakened me up to spirit and truth. And when he awakened me up, I saw the marvelous light living in me and walking in me and leading and guiding me. You want to know what awakening is? That's your awakening. What the rat's behind you going to awaken to anything and not awaken to the Ruach HaKodesh in you when you awaken? That's the first thing y'all should claim. Boy, I know I'm awakened. Why? You know, the Ruach HaKodesh been teaching me, been revealing things to me. Woo! And it's been comforting me. It's been showing me things to come. Woo! It has been all that Yeshua HaMashiach said it would be. Oh, I am truly awakened. Wake up to that. You can't, can you? I know you can't. It ain't that easy. And it ain't that hard. Because he never made it hard. But I tell you, he said it ain't gonna be easy. That's why they're using the fake awakening. So now I want to go to, which that was 2, 3. 2 Corinthians chapter 15. 2 Corinthians chapter, nope. 1 Corinthians chapter 15. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 51. Wow. 51. I don't know what's going on. That's what I guess I wrote so many pictures, so many pieces of papers down. I got them. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 51. And it says, behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall be changed. But we shall be changed. But this is a mystery. What makes it a mystery? Anybody in the line? 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 51. Behold means look, people, look. I show you. So he's telling you to look because I'm showing you a mystery. So Sister Deborah, is showing you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall be changed. To me, that's good news. I don't know about you. Do anybody know what that means? Let's see here. Turn around and chase your tail. Woo, turn around and chase your tail. Listen, watch this. You said turn around and chase and chase your tail. You ought to quit. Turn around and chase your tail. Oh my goodness. Deborah, you better stop it. Okay, y'all, here we are. 1 Corinthians chapter 15. and verse 51. It's good news, y'all. It's really good news. It's good to your spirit to know this. So let's read it again. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 51. Now I'm going to show y'all something. Listen to what I'm about to say. The reason why I say this is really good news is because what is going to actually happen is this, okay? There is going to be a people that Yah is going to take up high to a mountain, and it's Mount Zion, okay? It's a place, and it is a place that likened to the Garden of Eden. So that's how beautiful it's going to be. It's going to be restored like unto the Garden of Eden. When he's taking these people there, you see, and when he takes you there, he already let you know, I'm going to put a new heart in you, and I'm going to put a new heart in you. He said 2 hearts. One is a heart of flesh. Why? Because he's wanting you to live 1,000 years. You see? There are individuals who's going to Mount Zion. You're not going to die. You're not going to die. You see? When it's all over and it's time for the New Jerusalem and so on, you're going to be changed. You're not going to sleep. You're not going to see sleep. So that assure those who Yah are taking out from the 4 corners. He's taking them first strictly to the wilderness first. In that wilderness, it's going to be things there that's going to help one survive. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like they're going to have stores in the wilderness, and they're going to have the natural things in the wilderness and spring water. When he bring you from the 4 corners, he's not going to bring you into a hellhole. He's going to take these individuals to the wilderness, and there shall he purge out the rebels, okay, and those who transgressed against him, okay? They're going to get left like the children of Israel got left in the wilderness. They're going to get left there, and he's going to take his remnant to the promised land. This is why I say to you all, you need to glorify him. You need to magnify him. You need to praise him every chance your brain thinks. When you think of him, go into praising him, glorifying him, edifying him, because the journey is almost over. And that, what he's taking to that promised land, he already going to let you know that you ain't getting it until I get you up there. See, he going to take you there and restore you to the point where your heart will never faint ever again. You see? Don't you think that's worth glorifying him now? You don't have to wait till you get to where you're going. If you know in you that he rests within you, you waiting on him at the same time. You're edifying him, glorifying him, magnifying him, not because Sister Deborah said, because he's in you. And did you know when he gets you up there, guess what? You're going to live a long time until the New Jerusalem comes. That's why you can't sleep. You're not going to sleep. That sleep is dead. That's the sleep he's talking about. But when it's time for that New Jerusalem to come down, you're going to be changed from the flesh body. Now, you don't need that new heart, but you're going to go into the spiritual. I like that. You know why I like that? Because that takes it all the way to the beginning. You brought your tail down here in the spirit realm. When he blew into you, he gave you his image of a spirit. You see? That's powerful. That's powerful. And a lot of people don't understand why he don't accept the fact that you come here and you say, when I was born a male, but I feel like I'm a female. A lot of that comes from their fathers and their fathers' fathers. Why you screwed up in the head feeling that you're a female when you born of a male. Because what y'all didn't understand, y'all don't go by the flesh, he go by the spirit. Woo! So when you get your tail down here and you born, and you say that you're a male, and his masculine spirit, the part that is masculine of him, have given you a masculine spirit, and here you are portraying a female flesh. You back in the days of life. You ain't going nowhere but 6 foot under. And after that, the lake of hell gonna be waiting for you. You see? We tamper with everything he screwed up, we screw down. And we laugh at it. And we enjoy it. We get a kick out of that mess. He say, okay, y'all, come on here. Go this way. Oh, no, I ain't going that way. I want to go this way. I see some people going this way. I want to go this way. Everybody want to go the way. If he say green, we're going to say red. Satan has mastered everything y'all say, and he has turned it the opposite way. And guess what? It ain't that he didn't say it. It ain't that he didn't mean it. It ain't that he didn't create it that way. But the people go the way of darkness. Why is it they do that? Because they came down here to be the seed of darkness. When I realized, which I didn't know, I really didn't. Now, I'm coming in the last 3 years, I realized it, that everything, I couldn't understand, well, why was I taught what took place before the foundation of the world and left everybody out, and everybody is not in it, and nobody, they didn't teach it in the church and nowhere. And they didn't, it's because it wasn't meant. It wasn't given. It wasn't instilled in them to come down here for that purpose. So that's what makes it hard in the end days. You notice the disciples, when they was on Mount Olive, they did not ask him, what should we do once you are gone? What can we do to help the people, or to start the church? Or what should we do to represent the Father? What should we do? You know what they asked him? What the end days gonna be like? That ain't none of your business. You see what I'm saying? They want to know what the end gonna be like. You ain't gonna be here, so what do you want? That's the first thing I said to the Father. They ain't gonna be here, so why they want to know? He said, Deborah, they got to carry the word on down, the message on down, to let you all know what was said. No, they're not going to be here, but they had to leave a token so you will know. Because I'm like saying, but Father, why they want to know what we're going to suffer? You see? They didn't ask him what look, they didn't ask him, when you leave, what should we do? They didn't ask him nothing like that. Why? Anybody know why? Why did they get on the Mount Olive privately with Yeshua, asking him, what is the end days going to be like? Why? Why didn't they ask him, what should we do? Where should we go? Anybody know? Because with me, that's my first thing to the Father. It ain't none of their business. Why do they want to know what we got to suffer? They ain't gonna be here. So why is it Can anybody answer that? Why didn't they ask him where we should go once you're gone, or how we should serve after you're gone, or what should we do from this day on? They didn't ask him that in Mount Olive, did they? On Mount Olive in Matthew 24. Did they ask? Let me see here. Yes, he wanted them to know, but why is it they asked about that and not about what they supposed to be doing? Ooh-wee. Why didn't they ask Yeshua HaMashiach on Mount Olive private, where should we, or what should we? Because what did Yeshua say? Hold up, bro. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all talking about the end. Let me tell you about right now. Don't you be deceived. Don't you be deceived. Because y'all, the same deception and being deceived that he warned his 12 disciples is the same deception and being deceived exists at a heavy level today. But why did they ask for something of the end instead of what they should be doing? Want me to tell you why? The only reason why they was asking something about the end is because they didn't need to know nothing about anything else, because the Ruach HaKodesh was coming for them. You see, they wanted to know what's going on in the end. And I'm like saying, but what for? You ain't gonna be here. But guess what? Won't you ask something about what y'all gonna need to be doing? They didn't need to. They're gonna have the Ruach HaKodesh. So they ain't gonna need to know nothing, because the Ruach HaKodesh in them gonna be all they need to know. It's gonna teach them all things. It's gonna bring everything Yeshua taught them. Because right now they sitting on Dumb City up in that mountain. They don't know nothing. But the question was applied for the end, to usher to us to know that the end is not about wars and rumors of wars. Don't get bent with that. But what you better be getting bent over and being aware of is nations against nations and kingdom against kingdoms, earthquakes in diverse places, pestilence in the land, famine. See, people don't think that's going to ever come forth. You know, that's another reason why people at a standstill with what they believe. They remain an atheist until they get in that situation where I was telling y'all about. Bam, slash that rug from underneath you. Watch you straighten up. If your back crooked, then you watch you try to straighten that bad boy up. It's too late, because he ain't reversing nothing. But that's when everybody gonna want to try to get upright. If you ain't upright now, you think he's gonna let you see everything first? You're gonna be one of them ones who wants to see it to believe it? No, he don't rumble that way. It has to already be in you. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to know everything. But he ain't gonna wait till it get to the point where he ain't gonna allow you to only know when you get in a situation where you see it's gone bad. Y'all don't rumble that way. Those days are over. It's over. No reversing it, y'all. He ain't finna be crooked just to make you try to walk straight. Solomon warned you of it. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, because you came down from the kingdom crooked. That's why you're still crooked today. So when we trying to get people to see who we are, or we the people, and you ain't the people of nothing but fools. You become something when he lives in you, not when you live in yourself. And now you all let in some. Cause you on Patriot, Rumble, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Oh, I'm somebody now. You ain't nothing unless you're something when the Ruach HaKodesh lives in you. That's my living testimony. My living testimony. I thought about what I was telling Quiet Storm earlier about something I gave him to read, but the power of knowing that everything the Father stood and stand for has been flipped over. And we've been walking all this time while everything he stand for have been flipped backwards, and we walking in it like it's all right. It ain't all right, child. But the only reason why you walking in it because it's all right, because something ain't right in you. The Ruach HaKodesh ain't got in you. Because you ain't got no business walking like everything everybody's doing and everything's going on is all right. It's all wrong, but long suffering and endurance is helping you out a little bit or something. It's amazing how he can be so great. He can be so good. He can be so excellent. All knowing, the beginning and the end. Wonderful, perfect. Then he got that power, y'all. He got that right hand that the world ain't even learned nothing about it. No wonder the power that Yeshua had. That's why your butts don't have it. Because you don't know what it is. That stretched out arm. Why that arm got to be called stretched out? Father, y'all, why your arm got to be called stretched out? Because I can stretch all the way out. No matter where and how far and how low and how high. Just letting you know my power can reach it all. That's why the stretched out arm has the power to stretch out the power therein. Yeshua told us. Y'all should be doing the same power. Because it's not there. It's not here. It's not here. And you can tell it today. We got 7,000. Let me get it right. Nigerians are being killed over in Africa. Do y'all know that the Europeans are killing these people and having their own other nations in that country to do what they did once before? If you think Palestinians are being killed by Israel, they beating them by a long shot in Nigeria. They're killing them by great numbers. Today was the first day I said to the Father, what is this? He hasn't given it to me because he don't have to. He don't answer to me. I just asked Father, y'all, what is this? What's going on with all them getting killed over yonder? I'm waiting for it. Is it going to help you nor me? No. But that's, to me, is more light for me to pull out of this darkness. I'm tired of looking at darkness. I want the light to continue to shine bright. You see? Now, you don't hear it in the media. You don't hear it nowhere. Only one got this going is the Europeans, France, British, and China. They all work in it together. They killing them people like they once used to. You see? You see how we as a people Think we got it real bad? They over there killing them by great numbers. That's that area where they say all of us come from, Nigeria. You get your you take your blood or you take your swab and they'll tell you, oh, you 50, 60, 70% Nigerian. See, they know something about Nigeria. They know something about it. They over there right now killing up people. Men, women, children. They done killed up more, just as more from what I can understand than they doing over in Palestine. The Israel is doing. See, they all playing the game. See why they killing up them, and y'all so darn ignorant, don't even know the name of the game is decrease the population. You know that man over in Africa, they always making him look good, say he tough, he bad, they afraid of him. That's a show, y'all. That's a setup from the floor. That's all a show. I don't give a rat's behind what nobody say. That's all a show. Because if you think for 1 minute, you would think that if he's all that for his country, at least he'll speak for them or say, all of it is a show. He still work for their team. He still work for that team, y'all. And I'm gonna go there. Let me just go there. I had my grandbaby today. So I was taking care of her, and just while she was doing her sleeping, I was sitting here eating my little food, and I'm on YouTube. That's all of a sudden I see where Donald Trump and this man is supposed to do this speech. I don't know if they did it this morning or whenever, but all I know is I tuned it on in, and as I was looking at it, I'm watching this man come around, and he's playing this tough role. And I'm checking him out, saying you mismatching first and foremost, meaning people don't know your outer appearance kind of can tell what's going on in your spirit. And the way he was conducting himself, I was just looking at him, and then he began to do the pyramid this way. He began to do this, but he was so dumb, y'all. He only did this once he looked up and got eye to eye with the camera. So that led me to realize they told him throughout his speech, throw this up. Throughout his speech, he would throw this up. This is still the pyramid. Some do it this way, some do it this way. You see? But he was so dumb to where he didn't know how to usher this in during his speech. He would look up, eyeball the camera, and do like this here. Like they had to give him the okay to design, to bring that forth. When he was giving that speech. And then he did it so many times. And if you were to go look at it, you said, Miss Deborah Shaw telling the truth. That shows you the sickness of this country that don't see something like that. Who am I? Who am I? I'm a little old hen. A little old hen. Female. How is it that I can see the demonic setup in this and nobody, not a man on earth can see it? Don't come trying to tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. You don't know nothing to tell me nothing. I'm sitting here watching him, got all these so-called generals and colonels or whoever they were from the military setting their tails up to take their lives. Y'all ain't heard? You all don't see? Police are dropping like crazy? Ain't no shame in it? Shooting them point blank. They setting it up. They are even controlling some of the minds that's going out here doing these shootings. It's all a setup. So America gonna be great. America gonna be great. They're gonna be the greatest fools that ever exist on the face of the earth. That's how great they're gonna be. The greatest fools. Because they're already there. 75% of it. They got them. They got them exactly where they want them. They got them. Then they had the nerve to tell, being the doctors and the one that was testifying about this COVID. They said that they realized and they found out in all their studies that come to the conclusion it was never, it didn't have nothing to do with no COVID. It was the vaccine, the shot itself. Why are people trying to fight that and trying to tell what that? Y'all stupid. All those people left out of here. A lot of them left out organ transferred. And nobody said a word. So see how easy they're going to bring this country down from the inside? They got you. This young man that was 56 years old, he died, was it last week? An emergency incident. That didn't have nothing to do with no emergency incident, yeah. And this is what I say, it's messed up to me. It's messed up because you have to, I have to endure and long suffer the fact that knowing the truth while ignorant people continue to stand around and praise the lie. I'm like saying, wife, why are you trying to get an autopsy? For what? Y'all tells me in on it. Not by choice, by no other choice. If somebody came to you right now and knock on your door and tell you, well, we're going to kill your son. And if you got something to say or you go up against it, we're going to kill you. 99.9 said, okay, I ain't got nothing to say. This is how they rumble. This is how people rumble. That's how the power that bees rumble. That's how they work. All these sacrifices. That guy that was with Charlie Kirk, I think that's his name. I have listened to some of his debates, and honestly, y'all, if that is not an Israeli hit, and because this country, this is the example I'm trying to show y'all, because this country have embraced the lie, this is the only way Revelation 18 is going to be fulfilled. That all these things happen in this country, and the country itself is being greater in lies, in murdering, killing, stealing, deception at its highest. Ain't nothing getting nowhere near right. Everything getting wrong. That was his really hit on that young man, without a doubt. I've learned so much through the spirit. I ain't gonna give myself that credit. Because I don't watch the mess like that. Through the spirit, I've learned so much just beaming in and then getting the fullness of it through the spirit. Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk's wife, just as Obama, I could not be out. I just wasn't able to nail where Obama went to be able to master where he going. And finally, I got it. He had to have been with the Jesuits, like Candace Owens, and like Charlie Kirk's wife. They have, it's no way they can be the way. That's who they are. They are in with him, y'all. Candace Owens too. I'm like looking at her saying this lady is doing a lot of buffing for her to be an African American, as they call it. And she's saying things and she boasting the Roman Catholics. And she called herself going after Israel. Now you're looking at her and you see she's going after his wife, but really she's going after the position. the position that Charlie Kirk once had. She done lost her position that she once had, but I guess she thought that she would be the next one in line because she's still a part of that hookup, y'all. She's still a part of it. It's amazing how they got so many people on these platforms representing them. This young man, he interfered with two situations that I come to understand. I sat and heard him debate the fact, now watch this here, that college period is a scam. When I heard this young man say that all colleges are scams, instant, it was a check toward what I already was able to know by the Spirit, and it's really hit. Why? Because the Jesuits is the one who designed and created the colleges. And Charlie Kirk had this big debate. Now, it shows you that he triggers who? He targets who? College students. So why would you tell the college students that it's a big scam? I heard him with my own eyes, seen him with my own, and I heard him with my own ear debating a couple of college students that it was a scam. I'm 100% agreement that the college institutions, all of them, are scams. The whole idea to deceive us, they first had to rob us. They had to put us in a system that had been existing a long time. And that system was to put us into this system so that we can be fully controlled by the system. And we have been, you see? And it's like, it's no way out. So I'm sitting here watching this guy talk about it being a scam. I said, hold up, bro, you're going up against the OCNI. Wait a minute, hold up. Wait a minute. Then I sit back and I said, wait a minute. So it is like I see it. And it's not, y'all got to understand, it's not like I see it as I see it in the natural. No, baby, this, I'm telling you, the whole setup. The truth of the whole matter. But why is this country battling regarding Charlie Kirk? Why are people making it something that it is not? And they miss the whole overall. So with that, want me to tell you what that made me realize? I wouldn't be surprised that tomorrow this country falls. And when I say tomorrow, I don't mean you said, I said, oh, tomorrow it's over. I'm saying it in a way in the spiritual realm. That's how easy it's going to fall. That's how easy it's going to fall. Then I looked at him debating Jesus. He was talking Jesus, and I know you say Jesus is the American name for the Son of Man. The Son of Man. He was saying Jesus in a way, and in a way that I got it. I got what he was saying. And what he was saying to his teacher that taught him everything he knows out of the Bible. And his teacher was correcting him on some things, but his teacher was sharp. And I'm like looking at him saying, where do you know all that from? Because that's how I am. When somebody starts speaking truth, I'm like, wait a minute, where you come from? You see what I'm saying? So I'm looking at his teacher to teach him. And it was an old movie. And he was asking some really awesome questions. Charlie was asking him some awesome questions. And he was telling Charlie the right way about it. And he was telling him right. So I'm like sitting here saying, this world is gone. You see? So he was schooled enough to know some truth, y'all. But the Israelis over in Israel wanting him to switch up and to convince the young people to I think focus on them. Get the kids in the college to focus on them. But this is the name of it, y'all. No matter how much truth he got from his teacher out of the Bible, no matter what he dipped into, first and foremost, it didn't start. This man didn't, y'all messed up. Y'all messed up. His situation did not start when all these billionaires start giving him money to really fund him and his organization. You know where it started? Somebody set him up with that wife. And that's how that child got connected with all this stuff that he's in. Same way with Candace. People look at that and say she married a rich family. No. Candace is also connected with that mess, just like Obama. And you know what? I'm giving y'all this here information, and it don't mean a pot of burnt black beans. You hear me? When they burnt, you know what it do smell like. It don't matter. But it's what you call some light on all that darkness that's up in your face. And you thinking you got light. And you ain't got nothing but a lie and a deception. To me, that's light. Shining in the midst of all that darkness. Right now, they hear everything you say. They hear everything you do. They know what part of your house. They know where you're going, where you're coming. But you know one thing they don't know. Oh, yeah, they know. They know. Father, y'all said, oh, no, Deborah. Back that thing up and land that thing down. They know. Praise the mighty Yah. He said, back that thing up and land that thing down, because they definitely know. They know. You see? Just because we walk around lollygassing and playing around and acting like we in dumb city and dumb in us, don't think that they don't know. They bringing this country down. They bringing them down. And I'm like, okay, Father, yeah, they don't need that right hand. No, they don't need my right hand. They got my will. My will gonna walk this thing out right before your eyes. So I say unto you all, he is not going to reverse nothing. 99.9 times trillion think that it's going to get better. And those are people who ain't got better ahead of them. Because if everybody is not in the mindset of looking at eternal, and they only looking at what's in front of them and what they can get right now and what they have right now, good luck with it. Good luck with it. Let me tell y'all another thing about that. We're not guaranteed to be here tomorrow. And 99.9 think they're going to be here when everything go down. Oh, I'm going to be right here. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to see. They don't even understand tomorrow is not promised to now one of us and now one of them. So I, Sister Deborah, say unto you, you better glorify him while you have a chance. And that chance is not the chance to think that, oh, I'm going to be here when he gone. He going to take me to Mount Zion. You know what else I kind of digged in because I had heard it, and then I kind of digged in it again. Um, in the days of Noah, and when Ham saw his daddy nakedness, I kind of digged in it a little bit because I had heard something, and I said I'm going to dig in it a little bit because I never wanted to go into that, and this is why I say it's kind of it is. I think it is. I think it is. I think it's sad. I do, and maybe it's not as sad as I feel that it is because y'all don't want me to see it to be sad. But I look at it as if, say, for instance, the father from the beginning to the end. He's the beginning and the end. He have everything wrapped up from the beginning to the end. Okay, he's seen it already from the beginning and the end. It has finished in him. Okay, and to just see all this that was being since the beginning, and here it is rerunning we're rerunning at the very end, and they didn't even get the beginning. What was the purpose to having that beginning if it was never meant to know it, even to the very end? Because I look at today as the end. And how is it that it was so much missing in the beginning? How is it that it's okay at the end that they didn't get in the beginning? You know what it was? It wasn't for him to feel a certain way because he had everything in two books already. Now, when you see these two books, I'm just using this as an example. The truth be told, this here is already in him. So he knows what direction that goes one way for eternal and the other one, he already know. So you think that he gives a rat's behind that they didn't get it from the beginning? And now it's the end. You really believe the Most High cares about you missing it from the beginning? He don't. He don't. He's the beginning to the end. He set it up that way. This tells me that everybody ain't who they think they is or who they want to be or who they say they are. Because he found fit that you remain in darkness and call yourself awakening. He said let fit that he let it stand still just like this while them fools waiting for Mega to make it great again. And they can't even see that Mega, or whoever they call it, make America great again. They so darn blind that they can't even see. Ain't nothing about what they doing is positive for your tomorrow. Nothing. They done destroyed everything, and people walking around here like they got everything. No. It's just that they just that's a quick in time where they gonna snatch the rug from underneath you. That they gonna come do that when you ain't even looking, when you ain't even focusing on. You gonna think the world is just finna flip over. It's reverse. Oh, things getting better. Swam. That's it for you. You'll never get up again if you fall from that jack of that rug from underneath you. You fall. You ain't gonna never get up again. You ain't gonna never get up again because it's gonna mess you up. It's gonna mess you up. So I, Sister Deborah, appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in. And I hope that you did get something out of it. But I was talking about Cain. I mean, not Cain, Noah and his son Ham and his Ham's son Canaan the Canaanite. No, it ain't the Canaan. But I noticed that in Leviticus 18, how the father was telling the prophet that to tell them that you're not supposed to look at this nakedness, this nakedness, this nakedness, this nakedness, this nakedness, and this nakedness, and this nakedness, the nakedness of men invading the nakedness of women in Leviticus 18. So when you look at that word nakedness, it's meaning not look with the natural eyes. It meaning action. So I believe that now let me kind of say, yeah. Homeboy, he might have looked, he might have did something beyond look. Because when you read it, Leviticus, is it 17 and 18, where he was warning them to stop all that stuff that they were doing. Is no more of that. I'm not tolerating it. I'm not. That's the same thing he did with polygamy. He didn't tell you to go around and continue to do that. He put a stop to that. But no, But it talks about the nakedness. I'll teach that one day. It might not even be something even worth teaching because it don't hold any weight in what's going on today. So I, Sister Deborah, say I appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in, and look forward to Quiet Storm. He most likely might be teaching here tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time, and he will be bringing a message for it tomorrow evening. So look forward to his first teaching here on this page here. And I say I appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in, and you all have a wonderful evening. Shalom and shalom.